Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. Working on this Camaro today gives me a chance to show you what you could use if you have to repeatedly polish your car for whatever reason. This car here has been corrected and protected about a year and a half ago, and it's time to freshen it up a little bit. The protection starting to wear down, and they're staining and etching from they live in a heavily wooded area, and trees are very acidic. The fallout from trees is acidic, especially if the sun pops right out and there's a lot of moisture. It speeds up accelerates a chemical reaction that can do this to your car. So I already have half of the hood corrected or freshened up or exfoliated. I'm going to show you what you can use. This is just a small example of some of the products you can use to freshen up or liven up your paint, enhance it without really taking a lot of clear coat off of it. These 3, 4, 5 products here are fantastic, and I actually have some areas taped off on this hood where I'll demonstrate some of these. You can see the imperfections, a lot of staining and a lot of etching from those trees, from the tree fallout. As I browse the comment section of these videos answering your questions, I noticed some mention that they have to polish their car a couple times a year, and I really kind of would suggest to get away from that, maybe every year and a half or so. But if you have to do it, use one of these products. The abrasives are very mild. Some of these products barely have an abrasive. It's more reliant on the pad that you choose. The pad I'm using on this clear coat, the clear coat here was special ordered. It's a stubborn clear coat to help fight scratching, although they do happen anyways, and they're going to happen anyways, no matter what type of clear you have or coating you have. They're still susceptible to scratching, etching, and all kinds of other staining and imperfections in general. So the 50/50 pad here is what I'm rolling with for this car. You can get away with a pad that's a lot less aggressive on regular clear coat with these products. But these products, as I mentioned, have very, very minor or non-aggressive abrasives, if they have any at all. The product I'm using in this first little section here is what I used on the passenger side of the hood, and that's Clear Finish Endurance. That is a silica sort of primer polish. Very, very minor, very small abrasives. And as you can see how I'm gripping the polisher, I have a grip to guide it, not to put pressure down. I only have my thumb on top of the polisher, just applying a little bit of pressure. So let me remove the residue and the first piece of masking tape here, and you can see the 50/50. As we take a look, the clear removed to get this little turnaround here wouldn't be able to be measured by any type of meter. And I would do that today, but I have a dedicated video. I'm going to show you how much clear is removed during processes like enhancements or one-steps or multi-steps. Here's another one, CarPro Essence Plus. There's Essence and then there's Essence Plus. Both do a great job in just enhancing the paint with hardly removing any clear coat at all. When it comes to the speed of the polisher, that sweet spot on most polishers where the vibration is the least, it's between the 3rd and the 4th speed setting. That happens to be the best speed for a polisher, keeping the friction to a minimum and keeping heat down, but also enough power for the machine to get the job done. And as you can see, arm speed, a little bit quicker than correction speed. We're not going after major imperfections here, so we don't have to concentrate on bearing down and really do some cutting. This is just an enhancement where we can actually move quicker, really keep the temperature down on the panel, and not remove a lot of clear. You will hear that phrase, not remove a lot of clear, a lot today in this video, because that's kind of what we're concentrating on. Those that know their way around polishers, and I can get a little bit more advanced with them, I can teach them how to go after some deeper imperfections. But a lot of my students and a lot of those that I have in contact out there in detailing world through my videos are just starting out, just starting to use a polisher and take care of their own cars. So the emphasis on preserving that clear coat, it comes first, and then we can go from there. That will do it. That's just a crisscross pattern equal to 2 passes. Let me wipe off the residue, remove the tape again, and we can see the next shot of the 50/50 with the CarPro Essence Plus. And there we go. That's exactly what I was going after. And again, just to reiterate, on normal clear coat or softer clear coat, you'd want to go grab like something like a Buff and Shine white perforated polishing pad. That is a very light polishing pad, just a step or two above the black application pad. Okay, the next section, Total One Essence from TAC. And another good one would be Refresh Ultra from TAC. Those are two great polishes. Refresh would be a little bit more aggressive, so it would have to be, you could use that on hard clear coat. But again, we're doing the exact same thing in this section here. If you haven't checked out a video, just a few videos back, just a few days back, on how to do enhancements and one-steps and such on soft black paint, team that video up with this one here, combine them, and they will both give you plenty of combinations of pads, polishers, and liquids to do an enhancements or a one-step on different types of clear coat. This one here, extremely hard and stubborn, and the one in that video back there, soft, really hard, soft, thin Asian clear coat. That will do it for this section here. Let's remove the residue, remove the masking tape once again, and come in for a closer look. And the final polish out of this little group is Polish Angel Escalate Lotion. Another excellent polish with very fine abrasives. You can work it for a long period of time, and it has a nice cycle time, nice open time, little dusting, and gets the job done, just bringing out clarity and gloss. That will take care of it. And take notice, When you're shutting down the polisher, leave the pad on the surface of the car until oscillation and rotation has completely stopped before you lift it up. It's actually easier on your pads and your polisher. For those of you that are just thinking about picking one up, something to keep in mind. All right, so let's take a look. So from the middle of the hood to the left to that first body line, it still needs to be corrected. But from there on to the fender, it's exactly the way we want it, nice and fresh, cleaned up, clarity, gloss, everything back to the way it was, better than new. And as you can see, we just need to do this little section here yet. Job complete all the way around the car with the fine polish, with hardly any measurable clear coat removed, and I'll let the gloss meter speak for itself. We need to throw some protection back on here again. I'll probably just grab some Technician's Choice. I'll use it cut 1-to-1 or maybe even full strength. Tech 582 can be used wet or dry, so it's something I reach for a lot. If it's used wet, it gets diluted naturally as the car's still wet. So you can dilute it and use it many, many ways. That will do it for today's video. As usual, I appreciate every one of you stopping by. If you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. That will let you know when we have fresh content available for you.